Hi everyone, my name is Mr. GG and welcome back to What If Deku was one of the 4 horsemen. And where we last left off, Zuko, Jack, Emma and Sonia just watched the fight between All Might and All For One. So they can now, it's been about 2 to 3 months now, and they have gone to go see how All For One's doing. As Zuko leads them into All For One's hospital room in their base. They have been going to speak to All For One. Now, All For One would like to give them quirks, but it wouldn't work with their body anatomy, biology and everything. Because I'm going to say the doctor was there one day and All For One had him do a biology test on them, and their DNA and everything is quite different from the one in their world. Anyway, they have their chat with All For One, and let's just say for the next 2 or 3 months they've been training. Though they don't need to, they do, just to pass time. And All For One's called these 4 into a very special and particular mission. The mission to kill a very, very interesting hero. Now, they're listening, and this hero, let's call him actually I don't know what to call him. I got a quirk in my head he could have. He could have a intelligence quirk. Well, he's not a hero, he's a detective. And this detective has been picking up certain things on where All For One's still alive. Now this detective is about to go to All For One. But anyway, this detective, being a nosy detective, gets some really solid information on All For One and that he's still alive, and somehow is responsible for, certain things. Anyway, Zuko is hearing this and saying, very well, we shall go and handle this. Now, they do have free will, but they just decide to stick around to All For One because he seems interesting to them. But I digress. Anyway, that happens, and these 4 are just now waiting in an alleyway. You see said detective going by as Emma yells for help. Just enough so the detective could hear, but no one else. as the detective goes into the alleyway, this is when he's met with Jack's sword, cutting his head clean off. As the Zuku comes up to his body, and getting rid of it for good. Now they do have other people they're supposed to kill that day, so they get doing it. They gotta kill a certain businessman that is not important to the story. A couple of villains that have been pissing one off, and a certain gang that we'll come into later. Actually, no, it's one of the Overhaul's gangs. Anyway, so that happens. Oh god knows. They begin to do their work, and while they're leaving, they've done that last thing they had to do, a pro hero catches these for just walking around. Now Deku is able to use illusions to cover his bony ass face. Wait, no. I'm gonna say he can. Well, it's more of a thing if he wants to hide his face and doesn't want to hide his face. I'm gonna say since he's out in public, he doesn't hide his face. But anyway. That happens, and this hero is beginning to follow them, because I'm saying this hero was tracking this gang and they were already dead. As he sees Alpha leaving the scene in a bit of a nonchalant fashion, trying not to look suspicious, but caught the attention of the hero. Now, Deku knows he's there. He can sense why. So he's talking to the other three telepathically, saying that someone following us might be a hero. But since people aren't crying around him, must be a low hero. War says, should we kill him? As Jack says, should we kill him? Sonya says, it might be a good idea. This is when Sonya chimes in and says, why not take him back to the bar? Give him to All for One. As Deku agrees, so does Sonya and Jack. As they duck down in the alleyway, they knock this hero out. Deku just hitting him over the head with the back end of his pistol. Anyway, as that happens, this hero wakes up in a chair, tied up in a dark room, with a man in a chair, and and Alpha just standing in the corner, talking to each other. Now, Emma and Sonya do talk to each other quite a lot telepathically. The telepathic thing is they can talk to someone directly in their group, or all of them at once. That's how it works for them. Anyway, oh god. As Emma and Sonya are talking in their minds, to them as Jack and Izuku are talking to each other in their minds to each other. Now I won't go into what they're talking about, but it will come into later. Anyway, this hero starts wiggling around, and this catches the attention of All For One. All For One looking back saying, hello hero. Good to see that you are awake now. It seems that you were following my proteges. No, he wouldn't say proteges. He would say my 4 children. Now, I'm saying this because he would think of them as his own. But anyway. As this hero is muffling, this catches the Izuku's attention because All For One is talking to him. Izuku says, All For One, when did he wake up? No, he wouldn't say All For One. He wouldn't say Dad. He'd say Shigaraki. When did he wake up? All For One is stating, I'm pretty sure he just woke up. And Izuku says, okay. And goes back to talking to, Jack. As All For One and them and this hero are talking. This hero eventually getting his quirk taken. I'm not going to say what this quirk is because it's not important. And this is when Tomura comes in, saying, now, he is the older one, in human years, but in actual years, he's the youngest of everyone. Now, he would act like the big brother, I guess, but anyway, I digress. So that happens, he comes in and kills the hero. As he says, either one of you could have done that, right? As this is when Emma says, you kind of left it for you, because if I did it, he would have, just not died. The feet in the place would have died, but, I could have made him starve to death, but that would have taken too long. As Suzuki says, you really want to see a guy bleed and turn into a skeleton? Because I can do that. Just grab a villain and I'll show you now. As Shigaraki's kind of betrayed by this because he's never seen Izuku do something like that before. As this villain is a low villain, it's just a thug, no one important. And Shigaraki just says, alright, Izu. No, he wouldn't say Izu, he'd say little brother. Show me what you can do. Now this villain just has like a small fire quirk, not that powerful. As All For One's kind of intrigued by this. Now, if you're wondering how All For One can see, he's got a sensory quirk, so when he lost his villain sight and hearing, he got a dormant a passive quirk he had, like a sensory type quirk. Just got a thing of massive power boost. Anyway, All For One's also intrigued by this, as Izuku walks up to this villain feeling nothing but fear and seeing the face of death. Because I'm saying Izuku put his face on for this. So yeah. As Izuku walks up to this villain, and grabs the villain by the wrist. Izuku cutting his life expectancy and draining him of all the life he has. As you see Shigaraki standing there, All For One standing there, a little mortified that Izuku can do this. And Izuku also says, I can make it go faster or slower, depending on what I want or feel at the time. As they see this young villain, I'm gonna say he's mid-20s, slowly turn into a skeleton, eyes popping, his eye sockets beginning to bleed, his nose bleeding, his mouth, and him coughing up blood. His ears bleed. And, well, the other three just standing there, not on Shalante. Not phased by this because they've seen death do it so many times it doesn't phase them anymore. And well, never phased them in the first place, but anyway. So that happens. This guy wanted to scream, but blood filled his throat and wasn't able to, and well, he wasn't able to. His body parts start falling off. As his ears, his nose, a couple fingers, an arm fall off, immediately turning to dust as they hit the ground. And then this guy, with blood dropping from his face, eyes bursted, nose no longer there, but the skeleton part bleeding, mouth nothing but blood dripping, ears or ear dripping with blood, and then he immediately turned into dust straight afterwards. It's All For One and, well, Shigaraki are quite surprised by this, that Izuku can kill someone so easily. As All For One says, what kind of state could you, how much the scale could you do that? As Izuku says, I don't know, probably could kill the entire world if I felt like it, in a single go. Which is not lying. As Jack says, and I can kill, well, I could just make a war happen like that if I felt like it, having everyone kill themselves. As Conquest, Sonia says, I could just have everyone under my foot in no time. And as Emma says, I could just literally starve people to death in a matter of days. The entire world can starve in a matter of days by me just killing off their livestock and making sure nothing can grow ever again. Now, they're quite surprised by this, as they want to say something, but they can't. They have no words. And they're quite mortified of how strong these 10-year-olds are. All For One finally opening his mouth and saying, why don't you? As Izuku says, well, considering we're immortal now, is what my guess is, we kind of don't want to die and probably end up going to our original world or end up going to another. Kind of like it here, considering there is no gods in this world and no one to tell us what to do and what we can't do. Like we said, we've never had free will. When we did, we never had it for very long. So, yeah. this is mostly just a filler, an in-between video. Now, I'm sorry there wasn't much action in this, but I'll get into some more stuff later. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.